Hi folks, I'm Alan Watt and this is Cutting Through the Matrix on Thursday the 25th of August 2011. For newcomers, you should help yourself to the free audios which are available at cuttingthroughthematrix.com. You'll find hundreds to choose from and hopefully you'll get the shortcuts to understanding this big, very deceptive system you're born into and how it came about, how you're run by what's called scientific socialism basically, where techniques are used throughout school, written about long ago by guys like Bertrand Russell, who talked about using these techniques in school. They've been practicing them since the 1920s in special schools, and then gave them to the whole population. And he said once that's happened, basically, and the information's been downloaded into the children, they won't be able to think their way into any other reality. And that's pretty true for most people. That's why it works so well. And of course, they get the help from education and the mainstream news, which really is so full of distractions and utter lies, especially in times of war and plunder, that you can't believe pretty well anything you read at all from them. So I try to give you the shortcuts and hopefully they'll do something for you. And remember too that those who oppose what's happening in the world, there's many groups involved. Many of them are linked together. You do your homework to find out why and who and all the rest of it. And there are many groups all fighting for their own particular reasons. Most of them want to bring in a kind of new Marxist ideology, saying the old communists saying that the old communism, of course, it kind of went off the track somewhere. We're trying to get back on track and do it properly. And you wouldn't believe how many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of organizations all interlink to give you the news that you're going to spiel out to others. And it's quite something, this art of deception. So remember too, you're the audience that bring me to you, so you can help me keep going by buying the books and discs I have for sale at cuttingthroughthematrix.com. And you can do so from the US to Canada by using a personal check or an international postal money order, or you can use PayPal to buy the books. You can also donate too. You'll see the donation button on the com site. Use that and then follow it up with an email with name, address and order, and I'll get it out to you. All the instructions are explained on the com site. And straight donations, as I say, are very, very welcome, and because everything's plummeting up here. The cost of living in Canada is way beyond what it is in the US. The US has a lot of catching up to do fast, actually, and that's what I see happening there right now. Across the rest of the world, remember, you've got Western Union, MoneyGram, and you've got PayPal again for the same reasons. And as I say, your straight donations are definitely welcome, because things are really not going too well up this way with the cost of everything. And what I try and do is chronicle what the events as they happen, explain the parts that the media leaves out, because their job is deception. The media is all owned and controlled by the boys in the CFR and the Royal Institute of International Affairs for Britain, and they have branches in every country now. And they control your mind. After all, you're dependent upon them for information, and they control your mind. They tell you what to believe, and then they write it in stone, and that's what goes down in history. This is what happened, yada, yada, yada. And then they call you paranoid or a conspiracy theorist if you happen to have other information, even if they leaked it out themselves earlier on in previous spiels. So it's up to you, as I say, to do your homework. You've got to find out what's really going on, and you've got to suss out the different groups involved. And as I've said yesterday, I personally don't want to live under any totalitarian system with control freaks telling you what to do from birth to death. I really don't care for systems much at all, to be honest with you. And that's what it is. It's a system. Everything in this world belongs to one giant system. And then there's subsystems right down to daycare and everything, all managing systems which manage you and your life. Back with more after this break.